Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and with me as always is Scribe. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
And the lovely SDA is joining us again. Say hi.
Hi.
And this is a stream I wasn't even sure I was going to do because I am extremely tired and I'm on my pain pills, so who knows what the fuck's going to come out of my mouth today. But I was watching the Bearing Vegan Gain stream, and holy fuck do I have stuff to say about that. Scribe and SDA didn't watch it, so you guys are going to have to correct me for those of you who watched. If I say something that was wrong, feel free to correct me. You'll be wrong anyway, but you can try. Nearly every argument that gets made against what Vegan Gains is saying, he calls it some kind of fallacy. Fallacy is his favorite fucking word. I think he has a phallic obsession. See what I did there with the words? I did that for you, Scribe.
Yeah,
I noticed. It was funny.
I understand people who don't want to harm animals, and if that's your thing, great for you, but you're never going to convince me not to eat meat. I like meat, it's tasty, and I don't give a fuck how it gets here. I really don't. And for the people who, one of the things that was happening right at the end there, Vegan Gains was asking Bearing if he goes to the supermarket and they don't have free-range eggs, does he just not buy eggs that day? Free range.
Wait,
Yeah,
did Bering say that he explicitly buys free range eggs or something?
He said when he can, he will buy the less harmful products. So, you know, free range, non-factory farm, that kind of shit.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Sure.
But free range chickens don't really absolve you of any moral guilt if you believe you are guilty of if you eat meat.
Well, also free range chickens just means that they're not in cages. They're still in factory farms and they're still in really close quarters.
Oh, yeah. Better Red just pointed this out.
It's just a technicality.
This motherfucker actually used the term fallacy.
What? Like there's a fallacy.
Fallacy.
Doesn't that make the universe implode?
Oh my god, it made my fucking head hurt.
Fallacy.
No, like I already have a headache and that didn't help.
That's the fallacy. Okay.
The fallacy. Got it.
Bearing said that him eating meat doesn't hurt anybody else. And this motherfucker actually said, well, if I rape a child, it doesn't affect you.
That is... Hey, that is not the same thing.
Wow.
Not even close.
How many times have you raped a child, Vegan? How many times have you not hurt me?
But he wasn't responding to comments, of course.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, the chat was going crazy. It was fun.
Jesus Christ. If I rape a child, that doesn't affect you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
that's his argument against eating meat.
My pepperoni pizza and child rape are two very different things.
You think?
And remember, pepperoni pizza is a type of meat.
Yes, Indeed. It is.
Yeah, it was just so fucking weird. And if you guys haven't watched the videos, you really should watch his videos to Bearing because he's psychotic. That's the only word for it. And there's other videos of him. I mean,
do you think it's an act?
No, I think this dude is genuinely insane.
Do you think that's just his brain?
I think he's insane. I really do. I think he needs severe psychiatric help. There's also a controversy with him because he bought a dog that's half wolf, half I forget what, but this is a dog that clearly needs meat, and the damn thing was malnourished because he was feeding it a vegan diet, which he said in videos that it was a vegan, that they were feeding this thing a vegan diet. Well, when the dog almost died because dogs need meat in their diet, suddenly, oh no, that's not what I meant. And in the stream, he said it was only on a vegan diet for 1 week, and it was because the vet told him to do it. He's got more stories about this.
Well, this dog, you said this dog was half wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually feed a dog a vegan diet because dogs, as in like domesticated dogs, are omnivorous and can actually digest starches because they evolved alongside us, like with us feeding them. It's not like the best thing ever, but you can do it. But if it's half wolf, that is like, you can't do that.
Dogs are scavengers. They can survive off anything. But if you've ever seen a dog that's been left in the wild that's living off garbage scraps, you see how fucking emaciated it is.
Yeah. And also, you can't, under any circumstances, like I said, a dog, you can do it safely, and you can, if you do it correctly. A cat, you cannot feed a vegan diet.
My cat likes French fries. I wouldn't feed him only that, but I just had to throw that out there because I think it's funny. He also likes potato chips.
Yeah, but cats are purely carnivores. Dogs are omnivore scavenger thingies, and so you can do it with a dog, not with a half wolf. But
even
you can't
even
do it
being
with
able
a cat.
where you can do it, it is not recommended by any vet anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
because
what vet said put your dog on a vegan diet?
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying that like it's the best idea. It's just you can do it safely. You just can't do it with. You can't do it with a cat.
Yeah.
People who put their cats on vegan diets are evil. If you want to be vegan and you want a vegan pet, get a bunny.
There you go.
Get a cow, and then when it grows big enough, kill it and let me have the steak.
Moo.
I love steak. I really do. It's one of my favorite foods.
Fucking moo.
I occasionally like steak. At times.
Of the tube variety?
Well, pepperoni.
Thank you for laughing at that. You don't hear anybody talk about tube steak much anymore.
No, unfortunately not.
But this guy, I just again, if you want to be a vegan, more power to you. Shut the fuck up about it. You're not converting me. The one part, another part that really made me laugh is he's talking about how he took PETA pamphlets and passes them out in public. For the record, PETA kills more animals every year than euthanizes more animals every year than any other group. Just look up the statistics, and this is from their own site, so it's not people talking bad about them.
Yeah,
they fucking murder tons of animals.
Right, because I think it's like their philosophy is pretty much like, why save them when they can just be spared any suffering whatsoever?
Oh, so
we'll get back to that point.
PETA is Dr. Kevorkian? Great.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Of course you don't know what that means. Of course you don't know what that means.
Scribe.
You don't know who Jack Kevorkian was?
Who?
Jack Kevorkian.
Jack
Kevorkian, Dr. Kevorkian.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Death, as some knew him as, was someone who advocated for doctor-assisted suicide, and I think something in the neighborhood of, I want to say 13. I think there was a 3 in there somewhere. It could be more. Individuals were credited with him assisting them to death, and he was put on trial because of, was he actually helping them or was he murdering them? And so being Kevorkianed was kind of a slang term for a while there in the 80s and 90s.
I'm sorry, I just, like, the Wikipedia article says euthanasia activist.
Well, yes, he went to China. He went to China and helped little kids.
Oh, holy shit. Are you serious, or is that a joke?
No, that was the joke on the phrase euthanasia.
Like he actually went to China. And...
No, youth in Asia. God,
my brain is fucked.
He was not
it's okay.
Saying he was a euthanasia advocate is a bit misleading. This was only people who were in severe suffering, and he didn't actually kill them themselves. He had a machine that he had built. And he would put the needle in them, but they had to turn it on themselves.
Yes. These were terminally ill patients. These were people that were not just sort of depressed
God,
or something.
I would have, if you would just let that go, I would have just gone with
it. Somehow I got that
talking
notion.
about it for ages.
Yeah, like killed a bunch of small children. Oh my God!
Scribe told me about this guy who wanted to, he just liked killing little Asian kids. He was a human rights advocate, and he killed small Asian children.
Oh, adventures in semantic jokes.
You got to take the good with the bad. Anyway, so back to where we were. This idiot was passing out PETA. No, you're fine. Passing out PETA pamphlets and he got some negative reactions to it. And they told him, of course you're going to get negative reactions. You're pushing stupid shit on people as they're going about their day. Well, how am I supposed to get my thoughts out there if I can't do that? Apparently, the only way you can get your thoughts out there is if you stop random people on the street and start pushing your politics on them.
I don't know if you saw this, but he put out a video a while ago of him with a friend, and they were in like a Whole Foods, and the friend was in like a bloody pig outfit in the cart.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And they were just running around. Serenity.
Thank you, Serenity.
$5. In
Serenity
US
Lotus
dollars
said,
too, so it's real
yes.
dollars.
Real dollars,
Something is
not those
very
Canadian dollars.
So, hey, I like Canadian dollars too.
I know.
Something is very
real
wrong when you want to record and post a video of a family member in the process of dying to further push an agenda.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wanted to
What?
record his grandfather having a heart attack so that he could be like, "This is what."
What?
Yeah, this is what meat does to you.
What the? Okay,
And that's not a joke,
What the
unlike
fuck?
your little Chinese thing.
The little bit of information I know about vegan gains comes from like the couple of response videos I've seen. I think from I think Undoomed did one way back when, and maybe Gary Orsom or something. I don't know, but really,
Yeah, no, he did. He wanted to take a video of his
Ah.
grandfather having a heart attack to show what happens if you eat meat. And this is
'Cause-
like way less extreme, but every time he talks about like the benefits of going vegan, he always talks about how men who eat meat have erectile dysfunction. He's very concerned about erectile
That's not
dysfunction.
what his mom said.
ugh.
This guy, I don't understand why people watch him. He's insane. I mean, I can see it if you watch it for the insanity.
Yeah, well, it's train wreck.
It is,
I mean,
and it's
why do people slow down at car
Well,
accidents?
the weirdest, one of the weirder things to me, and I know, like, okay, not one of the weirder things, but he thinks he's a bodybuilder, but like whenever you watch him and like you actually see what he looks like a skeleton with muscles. He doesn't have, it's like somehow he looks malnourished.
Well, if he's getting no
Probably.
protein and he's doing some crazy like super vegan thing, it's not surprising.
Like he's it's gross.
You need fat in your diet. You need some protein in your diet. You can go completely veggie, I guess, and try to supplement it. But at the same time, it's not going to be like, I mean, your body was designed to process certain things in order to achieve certain, levels of normality in operation. And if you deprive yourself of those things, surprise, surprise, you're not going to operate as functionally. And I wonder if his mental health isn't affected by his rampant, deletion of other
Well,
things
are
in his
vegan,
diet.
I mean, does being vegan make you crazy, or do you have to be crazy to go vegan? The world may never know.
Well,
yeah.
I think
Well,
his
it goes
veganism
back-
is fueled by it.
It goes back to the whole new religion thing. I mean, if you listen to him talk about it, it's all about morality.
Oh, real
and-
quick, because
Yeah.
somebody asked this. Do you think he uses steroids? So at one point, I just sat and watched all of Vegan Games, whatever, all his videos on where he has like the worst of the fitness industry. And every time he like goes through somebody's channel, he's trying to prove that they're all on steroids.
Mhm.
And he just always like ends up yelling and going like, "Sorry, you're on steroids." And it's like, oh my God, are you okay? And he's just obsessed with steroids. And I think he might actually be on steroids. He might have roid rage. That might be what it is.
Looking at the picture that was playing when he talked during the stream, human arms don't get that big naturally. They just don't.
Well, especially if you're not eating.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some
Um,
pictures of him right now, just because I had to remind myself what he looked like. And yeah, there's this one. I just put in vegan gains into Google Images, and like the third picture listed, he's flexing his bicep, and it just doesn't look in proportion. That's
Yeah.
just
I think he might have
I'm not
roid
saying
rage
he
problems.
absolutely does,
yeah.
because that would be wrong. I am saying he's absolutely insane, but I can't prove he uses roids, but it certainly looks like he might.
And he acts like it. Dude's got
Well,
issues.
he does. If the way he just kind of snaps, and in Bearing's last video, he plays this clip of Vegan Gains when he was doing a Twitch stream playing some game, and he's talking
He was
about
like
how he wants to,
and
he wants to slit the dude's throat, and
yeah, he's talking about Repzion.
there's no humor about it. I mean, he looks insane.
Like,
He needs to be
part
on a
of me
watch list. Is all I'm
wonders-
saying.
Part of me wonders, well, not part of me, but whatever, you know what I mean. I just wonder how he's not
Which part?
shut up.
Little toe.
Not in prison for that. Because
Yeah.
it looks,
Especially being Canadian. That certainly sounds like threatening
it
language
looks
to me.
like a credible threat.
Oh, this is something somebody just pointed out in the chat, that his wife even says he has mental issues.
He has a wife. Somebody
wife is-
married him
Yes.
on purpose?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's hot.
Well,
No,
He's got like an 8-pack, yo.
mm-mm.
Did you just throw up in your mouth a little bit?
I did.
Was there any meat involved in that?
yeah, that
Hmm.
that guy, man. But that's the reason I streamed tonight, guys, was just to talk about how fucking weird that man is.
Okay, now I have to look up his wife so I can see if I can talk shit.
Sure. I'm going to talk to the audience for just a moment. I was going to make a video last night, and I didn't make it for two reasons. One, I was up talking with a friend and listening to, hey, somebody said Meatloaf. Yeah, I actually listened to Meatloaf last night too. I was listening to music. And the other reason I didn't is because I was going to make the video entirely out of spite and not for the person I was making it about, and that's the wrong reason to do it. And so I talked myself out of it. I want to try to keep this stream short and get a video done when I'm done here, but that's why you didn't get a video today. How do you say that? Thank you, Scythus? Is that how you say it? Scythus?
Scythus?
Why can't I
Scythus?
find this bitch? Like, where is she?
Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, I didn't find any
Monkey.
pictures of her either. I looked up Vegan Gain's wife, and it didn't take me to anybody that was his wife. really.
If you go to Bearing's video, just put it on silent and go through it real fast, you'll find her in there.
No.
Okay.
By the way, the Grand Monkey does like Pop-Tarts. She's really, really excited about the
The
chocolate ones.
Grand Monkey.
The Grand Monkey.
It
That's
makes
so
it
cute.
sound like she's older, though. I was like,
Yeah, the Grand Monkey.
Well,
yeah,
she does rule the house.
I like it. It's cute.
You should
like
find like a onesie pajama thing that's a monkey and put her in it, and then like take.
I'm actually going to design a shirt just for her with the ranting monkey on it because she loves the ranting
Yay.
monkey.
Oh,
That is so
Um,
cute.
Well, when she was staying down with her mom, my daughter watches my videos all the time, so she would hear my voice and then see that picture, and the two just go together. So
I know exactly what the shirt needs to say.
Oh, poor thing.
What?
Ooh,
I just know exactly
nice.
I know exactly what the baby's shirt needs to say.
you are 50
What's that?
miles of rough road, sweetheart.
Your life
dear
makes me
God,
your life makes me cranky.
nice, and it would be true.
Yeah, little baby shirt. Little makes you cranky.
Oh, she looks like a hostage. Poor thing.
Oh my God. The views expressed by SDA are not necessarily those of the ranting monkey.
Yeah, no, they could be. Did you
But
say
the-
it's literally
Oh, and they
mild-
have a dog. They brought a. Oh, right. We were just talking
That's
about.
that's
we're
the
talking
dog
about
that
the
they
wolf dog.
starved.
Yeah, the starving dog. Yeah.
I feel like such a doof. Okay. I'm
Wow.
caught up.
So Vegan Gains is using steroids as an insane and is insane. His wife is 50 miles of rough road, you said, and their dog is an emaciated vegetarian.
Yes.
Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect.
Allegedly, that's all allegedly.
Yes, allegedly, because I haven't seen any of these
Allegedly.
things.
No, I
SDA.
stand by that. That poor thing is 50 miles of rough road. Like, I'm not going to look good in a couple of years.
Jesus.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh God.
What?
Wow. No,
Maybe-
you're fine.
No.
I'm just still trying to
get-
process what I was watching earlier.
You can get wrinkle fillers. It's fine.
Oh,
you
my
want
God.
you want his wife to use spackle.
Yeah.
Okay, just making
His
sure.
wife looks like John Wayne's saddle. Thank you for that.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Oh man. No,
You
but
look like she looks like Clint Eastwood when he smiles.
she did a video about the dog, and
Yeah.
in it she repeatedly mentions that he has mental issues, like she had to tell us.
Hey.
So that's what I base my he's insane on.
Okay,
How many
maybe
subscribers does he have?
A lot.
Yeah.
maybe I'm a terrible person.
Yes, you are.
No.
There's no question to it.
Okay, but like, if you know that somebody has mental issues, why the fuck would you marry them? What is wrong with you? You were just asking to get stabbed in your sleep.
Because they have mental issues too, and they feel like they can relate.
Wait, is Goot here?
I just saw Hey Gutenberg and I was like, Smush Cookie?
Is he here?
I didn't see anything. I didn't see him come up.
There's a couple of times now Scotch has just sort of randomly mentioned Gutenberg. I think Scotch worships Gutenberg and just needs to say his name once in order to like summon him in his own mind.
Oh, we all worship Gutenberg.
I worship Gutenberg.
Good for you guys. I'm not a Nazi.
Oh, that's he compared factory farming to fucking Auschwitz.
Yeah, they like to do that. They like to call it the animal holocaust.
Oh boy.
Have I told you guys
said it was the exact same? It was the same thing.
Have I told you guys that I used to be a vegan?
How did you escape?
You were really fucked up at one time.
I was. I absolutely
You need
was.
us in your life.
But when I was, because like when I was researching it, I started to watch it and I found Gary Yourofsky, who is even crazier than Vegan Gains, if you can believe it. And he's not quite as homicidal as Vegan Gains, but he's definitely nuts. And he was talking about how this is the biggest Holocaust to have ever taken place.
It's not a Holocaust. They're fucking animals.
Yeah. Hate to tell you, they're not sentient people.
I'm absolutely against animal abuse.
Yes.
And the animals that they kill for our meat, I hope they do it as quickly and as pain-free as possible. But it's not fucking the Holocaust. It's animals, things that we've eaten for thousands of years, which, by the way, is an ancestor fallacy?
No, it's a fallacy.
There's so many fallacies. I couldn't keep up with them all.
Like, I'm not vegan anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
when you said I used to be vegan, kind of indicated that.
Well, she likes pepperoni.
Well,
she's not real big on chicken.
I don't think chat knows what used to be means because
Wait, she's not big on chicken. She was all Chick-fil-A crazy last night.
No, she only likes certain kinds of chicken. She's not a big chicken eater. You didn't pay attention to everything she said.
How dare you?
I know, God.
She said she's not a big chicken eater, but she does love their chicken.
What's my favorite color, SDA?
Fuck.
Yeah,
Cobalt
exactly.
blue.
Wait,
yeah, saying Monkey made it. Monkey loves me. I knew it.
I wanted to say blue, but I didn't know if you would be like, no, that's your favorite color.
And that is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that part.
See, I don't remember much, but little things like that stick in my head.
I don't know much, but I know I love you.
Oh, somebody said after I left, he tried using the slavery argument. Dear fucking Christ.
Oh, yeah, they're slaves. It's a Holocaust. Yeah, it's very...
Well, then somebody asked him about, like, clothing, because a lot of clothing gets made by... Well, actually started with Kraut talking about iPhones being made by, like, 12-year-olds in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Under horrific conditions. And his answer to this, and that's where he brought up clothing, is that it would take time to research that stuff. So he doesn't really think about it much. But if you see, don't get me wrong, or don't, it's okay to ignore the suffering of children. Remember, child rape is the same as eating meat.
Yes.
But that was his answer, is that he doesn't have time to research it.
And speaking of animal slaves, Vegan Gains, tell me again about your dog.
Well, I bet he's one of those people who says he's not a dog owner. They probably coexist.
He's dog's best friend.
Yeah. Well, when they got the dog, they did announce it as having a baby.
Oh, God.
Something that reminded me of was when T was talking about child labor, because I think somewhere in Africa, child labor was recently something or the other. And it did bad. Yeah, something like that. And it did bad things to the economy I forget the specifics of it.
Oh yeah, taking away a cheap labor force. Yeah, that will do
Real
things
quick.
to your economy.
Yeah. Real quick, the Bearing chat is not on his Bearing channel. The stream was on his Patrick channel.
Right, you have to go to the Patrick deal for his stream.
Well, I just thought it was an interesting conversation to have because, you're talking about a country that's still very much a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a bunch of starving kids because they can't work.
Mm-hmm.
But, when you get a bunch of overzealous, feel-good Westerners, we're like, if we just implement all our laws right away, then ta-da, westernized country, right? And it's like, no, that kind of takes time.
Somebody asked me if I prefer kosher over halal, or however, whatever.
Halal,
thank you. I don't give that much of a fuck about the meat that I get. I look to make sure it's not too fatty, that it's the right cut that I want. I don't give a fuck how it is.
The Muslim meat is nasty because the way that they have to do it, they have to they do it in a way that stresses the animal out, so you get all the nasty tasting
all
endorphins.
The juices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not endorphins. Son of a bitch. Fuck.
The
Adrenaline.
fuck out gets all
there
the fuck out. Okay, gets all the fuck out.
Appeal fallacy. Nice.
Yeah, and as long as the bacon is in the profile of a cock, too. That's another specification.
I don't eat cock bacon.
Yeah, you have to neuter the bacon, and then it's okay.
Cock bacon.
Chop the balls off.
Oh yeah.
The one place I do disagree with Bearing in the stream is they were talking about whether or not it would be okay to eat domesticated animals. I would never eat a dog unless I absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I could eat a dog if I had to.
What if it was a wild dog and not domesticated?
Same thing. It's still a dog to me. So if we were in the zombie apocalypse and there's no farms anymore and a dog crossed my path, I'd eat the fuck out of that dog. But
I'm a girl,
since I don't have to.
I'm a girl, so I can't admit to that, but I'll just leave it there.
Well, look what happened with the soccer team in the Andes. They ate fucking people. You get hungry enough, you will eat what's there.
They ate butt.
And they ate butt, that's right. and not the kind you're going to see on Pornhub either.
I would hope not. That'd be a really specialized category.
It would.
Yeah.
That'd be one you have to look up yourself. It wouldn't be
All
listed
right, I'm
in the
going to throw up again.
That's deep web kind of stuff.
Sorry
speaking
about
of
that.
Hi, Snowstorm.
Hi, Snowstorm. The power of Super Chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, by the way, there is that button at the bottom of the chat with a little $sign if you would like to contribute to the hat.
Thank you.
Monkey money, you pieces of shit.
Whoa.
That's not how you do it.
Good God, you're a horrible salesperson.
Now you have to do it to spite SDA.
Am I? Yeah.
Don't you work somewhere?
What? No, I'm a girl. I don't have a job.
She's Peggy Bundy.
Oh, well, if you don't get a job soon, you'll have a job eventually.
Oh, man. Sorry, I'm reading through the comments.
You're paying attention to chat?
Do you guys remember? I know. Do you remember when I didn't used to do that?
I know. Gosh. I mean, it's almost as if you came to this stream without a topic to talk about or really stick to.
I have a topic, and how long did we stick to it? We were there for a while.
I got an article I can read real quick.
Yeah, let's do your article. Oh,
right,
wait.
Real quick.
What?
I finished the Vampire Diaries, so I can...
Yeah, you mentioned last night, Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones now.
Yeah, okay. Well, I look forward to you completing
it
and have a conversation.
I just need to point out SDA forgot what she said last night, so
Yeah,
it's okay not to... We're going to give Scribe a pass for forgetting what SDA said last night about chicken.
Sure. I think we already got there with the whole cobalt blue thing, though. So I think this is one more.
We did.
I think there's one more against her now. So
what's your story?
Okay. So I just the headline caught my attention. I haven't actually read all the details yet. This is on CNN. I think it's probably still there on the front page. As more Americans fail drug tests, employers turn to refugees.
Okay.
Inside a factory. Okay, so Erie, Pennsylvania. Inside a factory near this lakeside city, a man holding a blowtorch is putting the finishing touches on a plastic rain barrel that will soon make its way to a home and garden section somewhere in America. He is Talib Al-Azmel, a 45-year-old Syrian refugee who arrived here last summer with his wife and 5 children. 5 children. He can't speak much English, but neither can most of the 40 refugees who work at Sterling Technologies, a plastic molding company based near the shores of Lake Erie. They earn $8 to $14 an hour. The refugees at Sterling come from all over the world, from Syria to Sudan, Chad to Bhutan, because there's that great war going on in Chad and Bhutan. Is there?
I
Sure.
mean,
Oh,
it's
maybe-
Africa, so probably.
Okay. And they've all passed the company's standard drug test. In our lives, we don't have drugs, says Al Zamel, who was hired within, I want to say Gargamel or something, or Azrael, who was hired within 3 months after arriving in Pennsylvania. We don't even know what they look like or how to use them. Okay, but for an increasing
Thank you,
number of
Snowstorm.
for an increasing number of American-born workers, passing drug tests is a problem. The percentage of American workers testing positive for illegal drugs has climbed steadily over the last 3 years to its highest levels in a decade. More than 9% of employees tested positive for one or more drugs in oral fluid screenings in 2015, which is why refugees like Al Zamel, despite some language barriers, are quickly snapping up jobs.
We had a real problem at Walmart with hiring people. Believe it or not, it's actually pretty difficult to get hired there, especially if you use drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Walmart employees look so sad. None of them are allowed to take drugs.
A refugee.
I find it okay. Maybe I'm just a sheltered little shit, but I just find
Yes.
it so hard to believe that many people are on drugs. If you don't have a job, how are you buying the drug?
Well, you also have to realize how drug testing works. It's not the same as alcohol testing. So it could be somebody who hit a pipe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe 2 weeks is a little long, but
Yeah.
depending on whether they're doing hair or just a piss test, which piss test is more normal. You usually get into like hair and stuff when they're doing insurance testing, but a lot of people do drugs and a lot of them don't do it anywhere near, especially marijuana. That's the big one, and that's the one most people get dinged on.
Mm-hmm.
You do that a week before an interview, and like at Walmart, if we decided we were going to hire you, we sent you to a drug test immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You went right then, and we paid for more drug tests than I can remember, and probably
Thanks,
I
Nick.
would say 70. Thank you, Cynic. First Cynic, thank you. Probably 70% of people failed it.
But if you know that you're gonna apply for a job, then why would you? I don't get it.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people think they can beat the test. And a lot of people think they can pull, well, I was on some other drug that kind of looks like marijuana, which does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't happen as often as that's the claim.
Well, if I were to take a drug test, depending on the kind of test it was, because I take Ritalin,
Mhm.
I forget what it is, but like some types it could come back that I'm on something.
Yep. And in those cases, if you let them know beforehand, it gets marked on your chart.
Well, that's what I was always told to do by my doctor when I started taking it. He was like, if you ever have to take a drug test, know what drugs you're on ahead of time so that if it shows up, it shows up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you have
about this,
a prescription for it. Go ahead. No, sorry.
I was going to say about this story that I don't understand, and maybe somebody can explain it to me. If you're a refugee, do you automatically get a work visa?
Depends on.
Yeah.
I don't think you automatically get a work visa, but after you've been processed a little bit, because we're not going to make it so you can't work at all once you come
Yeah.
here.
Can I put the art? I don't know. Can I post links to the chat? I don't know if that works. Or
I can. Why don't you try?
Okay. Well, I mean, you are the channel owner.
If you're a mod, you can.
Okay, I just posted it. Can you see it? Oh
Yeah.
because
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, because you gave me a wrench. That's right. So there's the article.
And I will put it in the description as well.
Oh. All right. So
now, if the stream shorts out because of this, because I'm doing shit in the background, it's because my computer sucks. I never try to adjust things during the stream.
You didn't have to do
I
it
keep
now.
forgetting to go back and put you guys' links in there, and people are starting to give me shit for it.
I don't know. People doing drugs just confuses me. I don't get it.
Well, I don't know. It helps some people, and if they can get away with it and it doesn't hurt anybody, I don't care. I guess I'm a little libertarian on it.
I'm very libertarian on it.
Well,
as
it's
long as
not
you're not
that.
doing.
It's just like if you want to get a job and why that's what confuses me.
Well, a lot of people don't necessarily want to get a job.
Then
Yeah, I
how are
mean-
you paying for the drugs?
That's a question we're not allowed to ask.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, if you're an employer,
to
you're
be
not allowed to
19
ask.
again.
Yeah, to be 19 again. Suppose mostly the
Wait,
parents.
if you're wait, I'm so confused. Why aren't you
Yeah.
allowed to ask that? Like if you're an employer?
He was being facetious.
Oh.
At least I think he was, unless Monkey's got some secret that I don't know about.
You said that
He said what?
employers can't ask.
I was joking because why would
There
an
you go.
employer ask you where you get your money for drugs?
Okay,
It's
no,
not-
that's what you were talking about, SDA, right? Why employers can't ask?
No,
Well,
he said you're not allowed to ask where they're getting their money for drugs. What
yeah.
did you mean? That's we thought.
and I
What I
was
mean
like,
by
I
that-
don't know what you mean by that. Why not?
Okay. Yes, I was being a little facetious.
Okay.
It comes back to the whole food stamp welfare argument and
Right.
we should drug test them.
Yeah.
It's amazing that I know so many people who are on the system, and I don't begrudge people that. I really don't. Been there myself. I was young and dumb. I did stupid shit and needed help. But I didn't do drugs and alcohol while I was on assistance. It's amazing how many people I know that are on assistance who have money for pot.
Yeah.
And I mean, they get high like daily.
Yeah, well, where the fuck are you getting that money? And if
The
you have
welfare
that,
money, it's the welfare checks.
well, then why are we giving them that money if they don't
That's
fucking
always
need it?
that is always a question that comes up, but you can't necessarily determine like if I give everybody money for welfare, am I going to hold it all back on the chance they might be using it for drugs? It's sort of one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of things.
So it's not something we're allowed to talk about.
I'm
No,
allowed
we,
to
we,
talk
we,
about
can,
it.
we can talk about it. There's just
If
no
you're on
solution.
the system and you're using other people's money for drugs, go fuck yourself.
Well,
The
that
only
was-
person I know who could afford to buy their pot, it was because they were also selling meth.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's one of the arguments that's been made for many, many years now. If you want to go on welfare, you must also
Decades.
pass. Yeah, well, decades, yes. You must also pass a drug test. Now, that has been proposed many, many, many.
Didn't
many
it just get
times.
signed into law? Didn't Trump just do that?
I saw somebody made a video about that, but I haven't checked into the story itself.
Someone just said, "Who pays for your Ritalin? I have insurance." You idiot. Sorry.
Be nice.
He's been sassy with me multiple times. Sorry. I'm cranky.
You sound a little cranky.
I'm a little
That's
cranky.
okay.
Your life makes me cranky.
Your life makes me cranky. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, make me one of those shirts too.
That's for the ranting
the little
monkey
one.
children. When you do
That's
a
for the
children's show,
grandbaby.
when you do your
Grand
ranting monkey children's show, you do the life makes me cranky thing instead of that. So you have another channel. That's what we got.
I would have a good children's show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should start another channel and just do a children's show. I mentioned I suggested this weeks and weeks ago.
I remember. I do remember that.
Okay, you remember that? Okay, that's good.
That's SDA being cranky. It must be the Ritalin. That's beautiful. Okay. I don't have anything else to talk about. So if there's any questions, like I said, I do want to keep this one short because I do want to get a video out. I get a little antsy if I haven't made a video in a while, and I haven't done one in quite a while. Not a real one. I did my one on the demonetizing thing, but it was a short one just to get something off my mind.
And Monkey's got to watch my video before I post it because I might be talking out of my ass, but he has some experience with the subject at hand that I've got covered. So I want to make sure I'm not a complete idiot before I put it out there. This has only happened like once before when I did a video on economics, and I had to check with Ferg, but just want to make sure.
SDA, I don't know if she's on her period or not, but I am on mine, so I might cry.
I'm on my colon.
Nice.
Um,
Do you need me to explain that to you?
no, I'm good.
Princess Buttercup, I would take your cigarette bananas.
Cigarette
What?
bananas. I heard that if you smoke banana peels, you get high. Is that true?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
I heard that in like 7th grade or something.
Why are people upset that I have insurance that gets paid for?
I think they're fucking with you, honey.
Yeah, I think they're just.
I don't think they are.
Wait, you just call her honey?
I think they are.
Yeah, why? You jealous?
What?
Generally, when I speak, okay, here's something y'all don't know about me. I can't remember people's names.
Oh.
So most of I can't. I have a hard time with it unless I meet somebody multiple times and talk to them regularly. I don't know their names, but I know a lot of people, and I recognize them, and I remember what we talked about. I just don't know their fucking name. So I have a habit of calling guys sir, and women honey, sweetie. I go very southern on that.
I've never heard you call me sir before.
You never heard me say thank you, sir? Or
well, maybe. I suppose.
Yeah, you'll start paying attention. You'll notice it. I probably don't do it in chat as much.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of that as like that's a replacement for saying my name. It is
honorific. Though. It's
okay.
Something that I've done my entire life that I remember.
Okay.
I suck with names. And yeah, got very good at hiding it, especially like working at Walmart, where I at one time had more than 100 people under my direct supervision. That was a fucking nightmare.
Honey, sir.
There were sweeties everywhere.
Whoa, hey, sweetie. And sexual harassment lawsuits as well.
I'm surprised I never got blame or got a sexual harassment claim because I do that.
Let's see. Better Red asked if SDA is going to lose her insurance if ACA is repealed. Well, as far as I know,
no, of course I'm not. My mom has a job, and yeah, I still live with my parents. I'm not 20 yet. I'm still in college,
right?
So I'm not in a weird situation.
Well, no weirder than your usual life, I guess.
Yeah, like I'm in the situation that most 20-year-olds in college would be in right now.
Well, except that most 20-year-olds in college aren't being paid for to go to Texas to like speak at a panel and all that.
Well, yeah. So maybe I'm a little bit better off.
Communist in Space, who's a little irritated with some of the fun I was having over on Bearing's chat, just asked how eating meat is any less abhorrent than slavery.
No, why would I lose my insurance if the ACA is repealed?
Well, if you were on one of the plans.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay, then you're fine.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, but sorry.
They didn't know. They were asking the question.
You're grumpy.
There you go. She's cranky.
She's cranky.
Yeah, eating meat and slavery are equitable. No.
If you don't see the difference between owning somebody and treating them as farm equipment, beating the shit out of them if you get the urge to, and raping them if that is your thing for the day, literally taking a human and dehumanizing them, and eating meat, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to convince you, because you are off the fucking reservation. That's my official answer.
I think that was a racial slur against Native Americans. You're a horrible person.
Might have been. I am a horrible person, and I'm okay with it because I eat meat.
Awful.
But I think that's a good place to end for tonight, unless you guys have anything else you wanted to say.
No.
Good. I'd like to end on that then.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
SDA just dropped.
Well, now we can have fun? I don't know what.
Well, we were ending anyway, so
Okay.
Chat, thanks for coming. Scribe and SDA, if you do come back, thank you so much as always. Your life makes me cranky. I'll see you next time.